A day with my pet. Today I spent a wonderful day with my pet dog Max. We woke up early and I fed him his favorite breakfast. Max wagged his tail and barked happily. After breakfast, we went for a walk in the park. He loved sniffing the flowers and chasing butterflies. I threw a ball for him and he ran fast to fetch it. It made me laugh to see him run. Later, we sat under a tree and I petted him gently. Max likes to cuddle and I love it too. After our walk, we played at home. I taught him some new tricks, like sitting and rolling over. Max is very smart. In the evening, we relaxed on the couch and watched TV together. Spending time with Max makes me feel happy and loved. I can't wait for another fun day with my best friend. Baking cookies. Today I decided to bake cookies with my mom. I was so excited. We gathered all the ingredients: flour, sugar, butter, eggs, and chocolate chips. We mixed everything in a big bowl. I loved stirring the dough and watching it change. Then we shaped the dough into little balls and placed them on a baking tray. While we waited for them to bake, the kitchen smelled amazing. Finally, the timer rang and the cookies were ready. They looked golden and delicious. I couldn't wait to taste one. We let them cool for a bit, then took a big bite. They were warm and gooey. Yum! I shared some with my family, and they loved them too. Baking cookies was so much fun, and I can't wait to do it again. Next time, I want to add sprinkles. My favorite book. I love reading books. Today I started a new story about a brave knight. The knight's name is Leo, and he goes on many adventures. In the first chapter, Leo helps a little girl find her lost puppy. I imagined myself as Leo, riding a horse and exploring the kingdom. The pictures in the book were colorful and exciting. As I read, I felt like I was part of the adventure. I learned that being brave means helping others, just like Leo did. After finishing the first chapter, I couldn't wait to read more. I asked my mom to read it with me so we could share the adventure together. Reading makes me feel happy and helps me dream big. I can't wait to see what happens next in Leo's story. I think books are magical, and I want to read every day. My gardening adventure. Today, I helped my mom in the garden. We woke up early to enjoy the fresh air. I grabbed my little shovel and we started planting seeds. We planted colorful flowers like daisies and sunflowers. I loved digging in the dirt and feeling the soil between my fingers. My mom showed me how to water the plants gently. We watched the water soak into the ground. After planting, we sat on a bench and talked about how plants grow. I learned that with sunlight, water and love, flowers bloom beautifully. As we finished, I felt proud of our work. I can't wait to see the flowers grow. Gardening is fun and teaches me to care for nature. I hope to plant more flowers next time. Playing dress up. Today I played dress up with my little sister. We found a big box of old clothes in the attic. It was like a treasure chest. We tried on funny hats, colorful scarves, and even sparkly shoes. I pretended to be a princess, and my sister became a brave knight. We laughed so much. We put on a fashion show for our parents. I twirled around in my dress, and my sister struck cool poses. It was so much fun to be silly and creative. After our show, we decided to make our own costumes. I used a pillow as a crown, and my sister made a shield out of cardboard. We imagined we were in a magical kingdom, fighting dragons and saving the day. Playing dress up makes me feel happy and helps my imagination soar. I can't wait for our next adventure. A picnic in the backyard. Today, my family had a picnic in our backyard. We spread out a big blanket on the grass and packed delicious food. I helped my mom make sandwiches with peanut butter and jelly. My dad brought some fresh fruit, like apples and grapes. We even had cookies for dessert. The sun was shining and the birds were singing. We laughed and played games like tag and hide and seek. I loved running around and feeling the soft grass under my feet. After eating, we lay on the blanket and watched the clouds float by. I imagined they were animals, like elephants and fluffy bunnies. It was relaxing and fun. We talked about our favorite things and shared stories. Picnics are special because they bring our family together. I can't wait to have another picnic soon. The Adventure of a Raindrop. Today, I learned about raindrops in science class. My teacher told us the story of a raindrop named Rita. Rita lived in the clouds and loved to travel. One day, she decided to jump down to earth. As she fell, she felt free and happy. When Rita landed, she splashed into a puddle. She met other raindrops and made new friends. Together, they rolled down the street, creating tiny rivers. They danced and played until the sun came out. The sun warmed them up, and Rita turned into vapor, floating back into the sky. Rita loved her adventure and couldn't wait to go back to the clouds. I imagined being a raindrop like Rita, exploring the world and having fun. Learning about nature makes me feel curious and excited about science. My day at the zoo. Today I visited the zoo with my family. It was so much fun. As soon as we arrived, I saw a big elephant splashing water with its trunk. I laughed because it looked so silly. Then we walked to the lion exhibit. The lions were napping in the sun, and I learned that they sleep a lot. My favorite part was visiting the monkeys. They were swinging and playing, making funny noises. I could watch them all day. We had a delicious lunch at the zoo cafe. I ate a hot dog and shared fries with my sister. After lunch, we went to the petting zoo. I fed goats and even petted a soft bunny. Before leaving, I bought a stuffed animal to remember my day. Visiting the zoo is always an adventure. I can't wait to go back and see all the animals again. My drawing adventure. Today I decided to have a drawing adventure. I grabbed my colored pencils, crayons, and paper. I sat by the window where the sunlight came in. I looked outside and saw beautiful flowers in our garden. I wanted to draw them. I carefully sketched each flower, trying to capture their bright colors. Then I imagined a magical garden with talking animals and friendly fairies. I added them to my drawing. My favorite character was a bluebird who sang lovely songs. As I drew, I felt happy and creative. I showed my drawing to my family, and they loved it. They encouraged me to keep drawing. I want to create more magical worlds on paper. Drawing helps me express my feelings and share my imagination. I can't wait for my next drawing adventure. A day at the beach. Today, I went to the beach with my family. The sand was warm under my feet, and the waves were crashing on the shore. I built a big sandcastle with towers and a moat. My sister helped me decorate it with seashells. We laughed when a wave came and washed part of it away. After building, we splashed in the water. I loved jumping over the waves and feeling the cool water. We found colorful fish swimming near the shore. Later, we had a picnic with sandwiches and juice. I loved eating while watching the seagulls fly by. After lunch, I collected seashells along the beach. Each one was different and special. Before we left, I wrote my name in the sand. I had a fantastic day at the beach and can't wait to return. The magic of music. Today, I discovered the magic of music. My mom took me to a concert in the park. The band played cheerful songs and people danced around. I felt the music in my heart. I watched the musicians with their guitars, drums, and trumpets. It was amazing to see how they created beautiful sounds together. I wanted to dance, so I joined other kids, twirling and jumping. The music made me feel so happy. After the concert, I tried playing the drums with my friends. We made our own rhythms, and it was so much fun. I learned that music can bring people together and make them smile. I can't wait to learn to play an instrument myself. Maybe I'll take piano lessons. Music is a wonderful way to express feelings and enjoy life. I hope to go to more concerts in the future. Helping my neighbor. Today I helped my neighbor, Mrs. Wilson, in her garden. She is very kind and always shares cookies with me. When I saw her struggling to pull weeds, I offered to help. Together, we worked in her garden, and I learned about different plants. Mrs. Wilson showed me how to take care of flowers and vegetables. I loved feeling the dirt in my hands. As we pulled out weeds, she told me stories about her garden and how she grew tomatoes and sunflowers. I felt proud to help her. After we finished, she rewarded me with delicious cookies. They were chocolate chip, my favorite. Helping Mrs. Wilson made me feel good inside. I learned that being kind and helping others is important. It can create a bond and bring smiles. I can't wait to visit her again and learn more about gardening. My favorite hobby. My favorite hobby is painting. I love using bright colors and creating beautiful pictures. Today, I set up my easel in the backyard. I looked at the flowers and trees for inspiration. With my brush in hand, I painted a big tree with green leaves and colorful flowers. I felt like an artist. As I painted, I listened to the birds singing, and it made me smile. I mixed colors to make the perfect shade of blue for the sky. Sometimes I make a mess, but that's okay because it's all part of creating. When I finished my painting, I felt proud of my work. I showed it to my family, and they loved it. Painting helps me express my feelings and relax. I want to keep improving my skills and try new styles. I dream of having an art show one day. My dream treehouse. I have a big dream of building a treehouse in my backyard. Today, I drew a picture of what I want it to look like. I want it to be colorful with a slide, a rope ladder, and a balcony to watch the stars. I imagined climbing up to my special place to read and play. I could invite my friends over for adventures. We would have tea parties and tell stories about pirates and treasure. I asked my dad if we could build it together. He said it would be a fun project. I felt excited just thinking about it. I even started collecting old wooden boxes to use as decoration. Having a tree house would be like having a secret hideout. I can't wait to make my dream come true. Building it will be a great adventure, and I know I'll learn a lot. I hope to start soon. The best birthday ever. Today was my birthday, and it was the best day ever. I woke up to balloons and a surprise breakfast from my family. They made pancakes with chocolate chips, my favorite. After breakfast, I opened my presents. I got new books and a cool game. I felt so loved. Later, my friends came over for my birthday party. We played games like Pin the Tail on the Donkey and musical chairs. Everyone laughed and had fun. The cake was delicious, covered in colorful frosting. We sang the birthday song, and I made a big wish before blowing out the candles. I wished for more fun times with my friends. After cake, we went outside for a treasure hunt. It was so exciting to find hidden goodies. I loved spending time with everyone and felt so grateful for my special day. I can't wait for next year's birthday. The Adventures of Teddy. My teddy bear, Mr. Cuddles, is my best friend. Today we went on a big adventure together. I packed a small backpack with snacks and a map, and we set off to explore the backyard. We pretended the grass was a jungle, and we were brave explorers. I climbed trees while Mr. Cuddles watched from my backpack. We discovered hidden treasures like colorful rocks and shiny leaves. I made up stories about pirates and treasure islands as we played. After our adventure, we had a picnic on the grass. I shared my snacks with Mr. Cuddles because friends always share. We talked about our dreams of going to faraway places and meeting new friends. When it was time to go inside, I hugged Mr. Cuddles tightly and promised we would have more adventures tomorrow. Imagination makes every day special, and I love spending time with my best friend. The fun of building blocks. Today I spent the afternoon building with my colorful blocks. I decided to create a tall tower. I carefully stacked the blocks, trying not to let them fall. At first it was tricky, but I didn't give up. With each block I felt more proud. I imagined that my tower was a castle where princesses and knights lived. I decorated it with little flags and toys. My little sister joined me, and we worked together. She added her own touches, making it even better. We laughed when the tower wobbled, but learned that it's okay to make mistakes. After we finished, We took a picture to remember our creation. Building blocks is so much fun because it helps us be creative and work together. I can't wait to build something even bigger next time. Each block teaches me something new about patience and teamwork. A magical rainy day. Today was a rainy day, but it turned out to be magical. At first, I was sad because I wanted to play outside, but then I decided to make the most of it. I grabbed my favorite book and snuggled under a cozy blanket. As I read, I listened to the rain tapping on the window. It sounded like music. After reading, I put on my rain boots and grabbed my umbrella. I went outside to splash in the puddles. Jumping and splashing made me laugh and feel free. I pretended I was a frog hopping around. When I got back inside, I made hot chocolate with marshmallows. It warmed me up. I realized that rainy days can be fun too. They give me time to read, play, and imagine. I can't wait for the next rainy day to create more magic. A day with my grandma. Today, I spent the day with my grandma. She is the best storyteller. We baked cookies together in her kitchen. She taught me how to mix the dough and shape the cookies. The smell of cookies baking was delicious. While they were in the oven, we sat down with hot chocolate. Grandma told me stories from when she was a little girl. I loved hearing about her adventures. After the cookies were ready, we decorated them with icing and sprinkles. They looked so colorful. We shared some with our neighbors, and they loved them. Spending time with Grandma made me feel happy and loved. I learned so much from her today. I can't wait for our next baking adventure together. Grandma always makes everything special. I treasure our time and hope to create more memories with her. The mystery of the missing toy. Today I had an exciting mystery to solve. My favorite toy, a little robot named Robo, went missing. I looked everywhere in my room, but he was gone. I decided to be a detective and search for clues. I asked my sister if she had seen him, but she hadn't. Then I checked the living room and found a tiny piece of Robo's arm under the couch. That made me more determined. I followed the trail of clues, looking in every corner. I even searched the backyard. Finally, I heard a soft sound coming from my toy box. I opened it, and there was Robo hiding under some stuffed animals. I was so relieved and happy. Solving the mystery made me feel like a real detective. I learned that sometimes toys can have their own adventures. I hugged Robo tightly and promised to keep him safe from now on. The magic of friendship. Today, I learned about the magic of friendship. I went to the park with my friend Sam. We played together on the swings, laughing and having fun. We shared our snacks and even made up a silly game where we pretended to be superheroes saving the world. I felt so happy to have a friend who makes me laugh. Later, we decided to build a fort with sticks and leaves. It was like our own secret hideout. We decorated it with flowers and made it cozy inside. I realized that friendship is about sharing moments, having fun, and being there for each other. When it was time to go home, I felt grateful for our day. I told Sam that I can't wait for our next adventure. Friends make every day special, and I hope to always cherish our friendship. My dream job. Today, I thought about what I want to be when I grow up. I dream of becoming a veterinarian. I love animals and I want to help them feel better when they are sick. I imagined myself in a big clinic, taking care of dogs, cats, and even rabbits. I learned about different animals and their needs. I want to learn how to treat them and give them medicine. I also want to play with them and make them happy. I asked my mom what it takes to become a vet, and she said I need to study hard in school. I was excited to hear that. I can't wait to learn more about animals and how to care for them. Helping animals would be a dream come true. I hope to inspire others to love and protect animals too. The joy of gardening. Today I spent time in my garden, and it was so much fun. I planted new flowers with my mom. We picked bright colors like pink, yellow, and blue. I learned how to dig holes and gently place the plants inside. We watered them and talked about how they will grow. I felt proud to help take care of the garden. While we worked, we saw butterflies and bees buzzing around. It was like a little party in the flowers. I imagined what it would be like to have a garden full of colorful blooms. I can't wait to watch them grow and bloom in the sunshine. Gardening teaches me patience and the importance of taking care of nature. I love spending time outside and hope to create a beautiful garden that everyone can enjoy. The day I went camping. Today, I went camping with my family, and it was the best day ever. We drove to a beautiful campsite surrounded by tall trees. I helped set up our tent and learned how to tie knots. After everything was ready, we went for a hike to explore the area. I saw colorful flowers and heard birds singing. We even spotted a deer. In the evening, we made a campfire and roasted marshmallows. The warm fire crackled while we told stories and made silly jokes. I loved watching the stars twinkle in the dark sky. It felt magical. When it was time to sleep, I snuggled in my sleeping bag and listened to the sounds of nature. Camping taught me about teamwork and enjoying the outdoors. I can't wait for our next adventure in the wild. A day in my school. Today was a fun day at school. We had art class, and I got to paint my favorite animal, a dolphin. I mixed blue and green colors to make the ocean, and my dolphin looked so happy jumping through the waves. My friends admired my painting, and I felt proud. Later, we had a science lesson about planets. I learned that Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system. We even made a model of the planets using different sized balls. It was exciting to see them all together. At lunchtime, I shared my snacks with my friends. We laughed and talked about our favorite games. School is a great place to learn and have fun. I love my teachers and friends, and I can't wait to see what we will learn tomorrow. My favorite season. My favorite season is summer. I love it because the sun shines brightly and I can play outside every day. Today, I went to the park with my friends. We played soccer and ran around the playground. I enjoyed feeling the warm breeze on my face. After playing, we had a picnic with sandwiches and juice. We laughed and shared stories under the big trees. Later, we decided to go to the splash pad. The cool water felt amazing on a hot day. We splashed each other and made fun memories. I also love summer because I get to go to the beach with my family. Building sandcastles and collecting seashells is so much fun. Summer is full of adventures, and I always look forward to it. I hope every summer is as great as this one. My special family tradition. Every year, my family has a special tradition during the holidays. We bake cookies together. Today, we gathered in the kitchen to make our favorite chocolate chip cookies. My mom measured the ingredients while I mixed the dough. I loved seeing the chocolate chips melt as they baked in the oven. The smell of cookies filled the house, making us all excited. Once they were done, we decorated some with icing and sprinkles. It was a sweet mess, but we laughed and enjoyed every moment. Afterward, we delivered cookies to our neighbors. They loved our treats and smiled so wide. This tradition brings us together and fills our home with love and joy. I can't wait for next year's Cookie Day. Family traditions are special because they create memories we can cherish forever. The magic of reading. Today, I discovered the magic of reading. I picked up a book about adventures in space. As I read, I imagined flying in a rocket ship and visiting different planets. I felt like an astronaut exploring the universe. The story was full of exciting characters and challenges. I loved how the words painted pictures in my mind. When I finished the book, I felt happy and inspired. I learned about stars and galaxies, and it made me curious to learn more about space. Reading is like going on a journey without leaving my room. I can visit new worlds and meet amazing friends through books. I want to read more stories and explore different topics. Reading helps me dream big and imagine endless possibilities. I can't wait to find my next adventure in a book.